Yeah, hang on. Let me let Shay outside really fast.
All right.
You gotta go potty, Shay Puppy?
Shay Puppy.
I'm going to turn this so they can actually hear me, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, and the cool part about it is when we do get to Discovery, I can just take these episodes and just post them on the Dork Trek feed, and we're good to go.
There you go.
We're doing 2 shows at once. Don't even have to worry about it.
Yep. I have to turn that up so we
let's-
don't get a copyright violation.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think Dennis has been on today at all. Seen by 3 is Dennis. No, I don't think Dennis has been on today at all.
Really?
So, yeah.
He was up early this morning with me.
Pillow talk, baby.
Now I know why you got up so early.
I gotta go pillow talk Dennis. Yeah, no, Dennis didn't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's having baby troubles.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hope everything's okay.
Oh,
Ooh. I'm sure it is. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Some days just have baby days. Some days you just got baby days, mama. But yeah, so well, let me let Shay in before we start talking about this, because then I gotta just leave. That's stupid.
Yeah.
So what's up, dudes? How's it going?
Not bad. Not
Going
bad.
well.
Glad to hear it.
How are you?
Whatever.
How are things in that city you live in?
Columbus. I would say Columbus, Cincinnati. They're great.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's great. I love it. It's wonderful. How's Virginia Beach?
We don't have the Hall of Justice, so I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, currently it's being renovated. They're basically building the building while it's standing. They're like replacing all the joints and stuff like that, and the foundation and stuff. It's pretty crazy.
Okay. I'm about to do the same thing with my knees, so.
Oh. Do you need to have some kind of medical procedure, Benjamin?
I'm just getting old.
Yeah, it happens.
You know, you turn 35 and you fall apart.
Yeah. That was like, what, 15 years ago?
20?
30. I don't have no idea how old Ben is. Like I said, he's anywhere from like 35 to 70. Right in that range.
It's just like that 35-year range.
You're like Sam Jackson. No one knows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the man from Earth.
Black don't crack, baby. Come on, Jake. Where are you going? Get over here.
Oh my God, puppy.
That puppy's so cute, they should name a stadium after her. What?
That's pretty clever.
Everything is really, really flat.
So Discovery, huh?
Yeah. How about that Discovery?
All caught up on that Discovery, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta tell you, that app is just the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The CBS All Access?
God, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like Sunday, around the time the new episode came out, which was titled, what was the name of the new episode?
The newest one?
Yeah.
Because the last one was Lambs Don't Cry When You
Nah,
Rollerblade.
No, that's not what that was called.
Oh.
What was the name of the new episode?
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
That was last week's. That's what you were saying.
Last week's was the Lamb Chop Sing-Along.
No, that was the 5th one. That was the Lambs Don't Mind the Slaughter or whatever the hell it was called. This episode was called Lethe.
Oh, Lathe.
Lathe?
Is it Lathe?
Lathe. Episode 5 was, where is it? Because I'm on there now. Season 1. This app is just bullshit. Choose Your Pain is the episode where Lorca gets kidnapped by the Klingons, and that's where we first meet Harv and Mudd. If you played wonderfully by Dwight Schrute, he was good.
Well, he played a character wonderfully, but it was a little odd for Harcourt Fenton Mudd.
Yes.
I think we need to see more of the character before you can say whether or not it's...
Because, well, we're 10 years before
muddy.
We're 10 years before we originally met him, so, shit could happen.
Yeah.
Shit could happen.
He wasn't as wacky and carefree as, because he's in jail. He's in Klingon jail, so...
That kind of takes the wacky out of you.
Yeah.
Imagine it takes a lot out of you. So I was trying to watch the old episode when the new episode was coming out, and every 10 minutes my Chromecast or the app or whoever it was flipping me to the new episode. So, and then I would just get in this commercial loop where I couldn't get out of the commercial loop because I kept flipping episodes because they kept prompting me to the new episode. But I was like, no, Star Trek Discovery, CBS All Access. I need to watch the old episode first, and then I'd get 4 minutes in, and then it'd flip me. And then I'd have to sit
Didn't ours keep crashing? It kept crashing when it got to the commercial breaks.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to open it up and watch the commercial break
It
again.
was so annoying.
Yeah, we have the CBS All Access app on the PlayStation. And so we would watch a commercial, and when it finished the commercial break, it would go to black, which is supposed to trigger it coming back to the show. And it would sit there, and finally it would crash.
Yes.
And then we would go back into the show, and the last scene that we saw before we went to commercial break originally would play, just like that last half second.
Yeah.
And then we'd go right back into the commercial again.
You really can't jump around on the CBS All Access app. If you just want to go this is where I stopped off, you can't get right to that point. You have to watch a commercial break first. And then they jump you off right from the end of that commercial break.
That's kind of like Hulu will do. I mean, Hulu's a little smoother with it.
Okay.
But if you watch a show on Hulu, or at least on the commercial version of Hulu, because I guess you can pay extra now and get the no commercials. Yeah. But if you say you want to watch the last 15 minutes of Castle, you can scoot all the way to the end of it and get to that last break of the show, but it's going to make you watch one block of commercials.
Okay. And
then it'll start up where you've jumped to. But it's pretty good about remembering that you've just got punished by watching commercials twice. So if you skip ahead again, it's like, no, you're still within the time frame that you watched commercials. You're good.
I watched a lot of commercials. And then finally it just stopped working altogether, so we just went downstairs. And it's weird because it worked better on the desktop. Because this is when we downloaded the app to the iPad, and it was still kind of skipping around on the iPad and just booting up the new episode every couple minutes. So we just watched the rest of it on the desktop, and it worked perfectly on the desktop. Yeah. So I don't know. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I was right on the website, so no app involved, no Chromecast, nothing. It ran perfectly on that, so who fucking knows? But I would say it did. Go ahead, Ben.
I was just going to say I'm going to write down all of the sponsors that I have to sit through multiple times like that and complain, because apparently that's how you get anything done with CBS is complain to the sponsors.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So
let's complain to the sponsors that the TV show should be on regular TV. Let's try that. That'd be cool. Hey, you guys should just put this show, because it already got approved for a second season already.
Yes, it did. It got picked up for the second season. And
what are you guys pointing at? What's wrong? Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. We're fine here.
There's just pointing and weird looks.
How are you?
Everything, we had a bit of cleaning up the reactor leak down here. I'm fine.
Okay.
Everything's good.
I'm so confused. I miss Dennis so much right now.
You're filling in for Dennis this week on the confusion.
Yeah. So
when we're alone with Dennis, we usually fight, and it makes him very uncomfortable.
I don't care about that. I'll just leave. I don't
exactly.
Care. Exactly. Whatever.
That's why it's not fun to do in front of you.
Yeah. So that's why we just make you uncomfortable.
Yeah. You guys just start giving each other weird spy looks, No, that's fine too if you want to do that. Whatever. I mean, I'm just saying, when you guys start like looking off camera, like someone's watching you, like,
just in unison, we just do the.
It's just a ghost. No big
he's
deal.
pissed. But I didn't think Mud was bad. I liked the episode. The Klingon prison thing was pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. Now, my suspicion.
Tell me your suspicion.
If we want, I don't know if, and I don't think this is spoiler stuff because this is for the Patreons.
Go.
And it's a theory.
My theory, and I think Jenny's with me on this, is that the whole escape with the new Lieutenant Ash Tyler.
Yes.
It was, it was easy, but don't let it be too easy of an escape.
Yes.
And I think he's a spy.
I think so too.
And not only do I think he's a spy, I think he's the albino. I think he is a surgically altered.
That one's hard for me to get behind.
That one's harder for me to get behind, but I'm with you on him being a spy. I'm totally with that.
My thing is minimum a spy. No, minimum is Manchurian candidate.
Okay.
Moving into spy.
Okay.
Klingon that's been surgically altered. Not just a Klingon surgically altered, but actually the albino that we last saw abandoned on the wrecked hull of the Shinzu.
Well, the last time we saw the albino Klingon on the Shinzu, it was there's Dennis. The last time we saw the albino Klingon on the Shinzu, it was the one lady, the other Klingon woman was going to bring him to the other houses to try to get him more schooled in the political aspect.
Right.
Of Klingon society as opposed to just being like a super religious fanatic. So I don't know. I don't know if he's an alter. I don't know if the new security head is an altered Klingon, but I definitely think he's a spy. I'm with that theory all the way. I told Stephanie right off the bat. I was like, oh, he's a spy.
You don't, conveniently he was the one hiding behind the rails or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, just, resting up. Blah blah blah. So
And my theory is that he was a prisoner. He was captured, just like you said. But he was taken in and got some good Klingon loving from that one lady, and enjoyed it so much that
he's like, wow, she's got 2 vaginas.
Yeah. So it was easy to turn him to their side.
Well, I think that's and now that Dennis has joined us, I think that is the big news of the week.
Klingons 2 dicks.
Yeah.
Well, that's last week.
Was that on last week's show that we confirmed that?
We talked about it briefly, but yes, I was excited that I saw it, and I'll never, I looked at Stephanie and I said, wow, Steph, the look of pride in her face when she uttered the words that I don't think I have the equipment. I was like, he means 2 dicks. And we came up with that, and she was so proud. She was so proud of all of us collectively for coming up with the 2-dick Klingon theory that I think that we should just start calling it the Dork Trek 2-dick Klingon theory, so everybody knows, so we don't get lost in the in the annals of time.
It's the Dork Trek doctrine.
Yeah, it's the Dork Trek doctrine, the Dork Trek 2-dick Klingon theory. I mean, it's a little long.
No, I think you got to switch that. It's the Dork Trek Klingon 2-dick theory.
Okay, the Dork Trek Klingon 2-dick theory. All right, either way. Yeah. But what I'm saying is we need to start attaching our names to that, because there's no way, because I went back and I was listening to the Worf episode where he was injured, and that's where, I don't even know if that's where we first mentioned it.
No,
but
I think we mentioned it before then.
But I remember
I thought it was the redundant organs.
We knew it was coming.
Yes, yeah, but that's when because I remember listening to because I was listening to it when we were at Anton's place or something like that, and I was like, whatever, Ben. So I had mentioned, so I guess it had been brought up before that.
It had to be.
You weren't. Ben wasn't.
Yeah,
at
Ben
the
wasn't there.
Show.
That was
at
just
Anton's.
You mean Anton.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I know Ben was at one of them. So this is back to 2012.
Yeah.
So that's 5 years. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, again, I don't want to be that guy that's going like, that was our idea, but that was our idea. Yeah. The 2-dick Klingon theory, the Dork Trek Klingon 2-dick theory.
I never heard it anywhere else first.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing again, like I said
Ben
last week,
would know because he was all on the message boards and the Netscapes and all that stuff. And
Starlog magazine never said it.
I would have been pissed off about this theory years ago and remembered being pissed
off. You probably
about
never would have forgotten it if somebody was like, there's no way Klingons have 2 peni. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I remember 1988, we had this argument at BamaCon. No, that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just waiting for a young Ensign Argyle to show up, and then I'll know.
Yes.
That'll be the confirmation.
He'd have to be really young, though.
Yeah, seriously, you're 100 years out.
But he looks exactly the same.
It could be his grandpa.
And everything.
Yeah, okay.
Could be his grandpa.
Grandpa Argyle.
He comes in, he's like, I'm Engine Grandpa Argyle.
Yeah. Well, hey, who says Argyle's human?
Argyle.
Argyle could be an alien.
He could be a Q, bro. Whoa.
No,
Whoa. What if Argyle's a Q?
I'm thinking he's a
Don't
Kevin.
steal it, Discovery.
Too late. That shit'll be in season 2. Q the Argyle. Now, Lorca's a bad dude, right?
Yeah.
But we all like him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a great bad dude.
Yeah.
Like, he saw the opportunity to ship off the Admiral to fucking Death Trap, and he's like, oh, yeah, she'll definitely want to fill in for this negotiation.
Now, he's like Space Vic Mackey, for those of you who watch The Shield. I tweeted it out the other night. Like, he's completely evil, but his reasoning behind it makes sense to me and the audience in general and himself.
He's a good anti-hero.
I don't think he's evil, is the thing.
He's not evil, but he's unscrupulous.
I think he is what they've always warned us about with the Federation. And when it was just ironic that we had the Bell Riots episode last week, and that it went right into this when Bashir had that quote about when you strip us down and do the Starfleet officers revert back, are we just one tragedy away? And I mean that's been a theme throughout DS9 is what's it take for good men to do bad things. And we're
$500.
Well, this is the biggest war in the last century for Earth and the Federation.
Yeah.
I mean, so, these guys, not since the Earth-Romulan War from a century ago have, this many people died. Yeah. And a threat to our civilization existed this great. So his whole purpose in life is, and you're in a society of lambs, and now you get to be the wolf. And
he's a great wolf.
He is an excellent wolf.
And just the backstory on him with he fucking, when they were in the space jail and he's like, yep, I fucking killed them all. And you're like, holy shit, dude. This guy
had no compunction about just saying, yep, did it.
Yep, I blew him up because I didn't want him to be stuck in Klingon prison. And I was like, wow, dude, this guy is crazy and
ruthless.
But again, though, I mean, wow, what a backstory. That's a really great backstory.
Yeah,
I love it. I think this show is fucking fantastic.
I think it's great. Yeah,
I can't get enough of it.
Now, there's somebody on Twitter, and
there's always somebody.
There's only one on Twitter. I'm surprised.
There's someone on Twitter that, and I saw Alan mention. In the tweets the other day about this lady who is just constantly complaining about canon and how much she hates Discovery.
You gotta let that shit go, man.
Well, no, I'm going to try to interview this person because
really, that'd be awesome.
But and my thinking, and if we can get it recorded, obviously I'll try to get that for the show for the Patreon users, but it's one of those things where I want to talk to this person because I know my feelings on it. I know that I still have problems with this. Like I said, the uniforms are still a thing. I'm making peace with the Delta Shield. But then the thing, there's so many things they are getting right. And so it's kind of hard for me. But then again, I go back and we were flashing through, Netflix and watching old episodes of the original series or scenes from it. And the Menagerie was on, and it's Spock's court-martial for treason. Yeah. And I'm like, God damn it. Does it just run in your family? What the fuck, dude?
Now, let me ask you something, too. At the end of the fifth episode where the water bear where he's kind of refusing to work at this point because he's all fucked up.
Yeah.
And Paul Stamets or whatever his name is, the head engineer guy, when he goes in there and he runs it on himself, like he shoots himself with the DNA, and then they run the discovery drive or whatever, it's the spore drive through him. The end of that episode was fucking creepy as shit. No, like when it's just him looking in the mirror and like
in the mirror just looking at itself.
Yeah, right. That was really like
what the fuck
made me feel like, oh God, like what is he doing to himself?
Wait, have you guys all seen the 6th episode yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
So is he now the spore drive engine?
Yes. He's the thing that plugs into the engine that makes it go.
That can't be good.
It's the shrooms, man. You got to be aware of those space shrooms.
Well, that was the thing. He sounded pretty high in episode 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh, so it's like a mind meld and we're going to plug her into the computer? Cool, dude.
But
so
like
all he needed some tinted glasses and like a headband.
He's like fucking space
and some patchouli.
Space, what's his name? Leary, Dr. Leary, the guy who did all the acid all the time on himself.
Leary.
Yeah, he's like fucking space Timothy Leary.
Yeah.
Now, but the end of that episode was very off-putting to all of us. Yes, like it was very eerie and kind of creepy. All right, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, and not because of the gay stuff.
No, the gay stuff.
I'm sure there were people who were upset about the gay stuff, but they're assholes.
I was weirded out by 2 things. One of them being where he's kind of looking blankly into the mirror, and the mirror's looking blankly back at us. And what the fuck is up with future toothbrushes? Yeah. Like they're just like hooks that have no bristles. They're very strange looking things. Not a fan of future toothbrushes.
Like Sonic toothbrushes?
They were weird looking.
Yeah. You just run them over your teeth. There's no toothpaste.
Maybe you can have a sonic screwdriver. You can have a sonic toothbrush.
It was weird, man. I didn't like it.
I'm kind of disappointed that you still have to brush your teeth in the 23rd century.
Right?
Or whenever this is.
Well, thankfully, we got past it in the 24th. So.
All I'm saying is I got a bad feeling for the head engineer.
Why can't they just replicate me new teeth?
Yeah, give me teeth, dummy.
Yeah. Well, we can almost grow them now, so I'm sure that'll be a thing.
Yeah.
But you don't want your breath to be stank.
And then we all agree that Ash is a spy.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
Dennis
hasn't weighed in on this one. He was.
Do you think he's?
I haven't had time to think about it. You guys have put this theory forward, and like I thought maybe he's a double agent, but that he's an altered Klingon. I hadn't thought about that before. So I don't know.
That's my spectrum of theory. Is
it makes sense
at the very minimum. Manchurian candidate.
Yeah.
Human who is a spy for the Klingons.
Human spy.
For whatever reason, whether it's because he likes that Klingon tang or
that Nani, that Il Nana.
Or
you can switch pussies every night. You don't have to use the same one every time.
Hey, the left one's a little loose tonight.
Anytime you want some strange, you go to the other side.
Well, no, but does she get jealous? And she's like, you're spending a lot of time on the right side.
I wonder if she has like a vagina preference. Like, no, dude, the right one's special. The left one's when I'm horning up. The right one's when I'm really in love.
Does she have double orgasms?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a power thing for her, Yeah. It's not about coming. She just likes the power of fucking riding on top of this.
Well, she got fucked up at the end of that episode. They shot her right in the skull. She was all yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Klingon phasers are interesting. I did like the disruptor technology as they're doing that running firefight to escape, and they're blasting guys, and they're just fucking just
disintegrate. Yeah, it was neat. So far so good, man. I think unless this show takes like a very terrible kind of left turn right into the side of a mountain, I think season 1 is not bad. How many episodes we got left? How many we doing?
I can't remember.
I thought they were doing 18, weren't they?
On there, on the
18?
what's it called? On the tweeters, not on the tweeters, excuse me. On the Wikipedia page, it only has 9 listed.
Yeah, but they usually have a TBD.
It says the first chapter of the 15-episode season. Okay.
Okay, so 15 episodes.
Okay.
They'll be released from November 12th to January, and then I guess they'll do the rest of them later.
So the season's not even halfway done yet.
No,
I mean they could still fuck it up, but I don't see how.
Yeah.
All right. So we think Lorca's evil but good.
What's the thing in D&D? I mean, is that
lawful? He's kind of like lawful evil,
chaotic, lawful.
No,
I don't think you can be chaotic lawful.
Yeah, you can be chaotic. Let's get the
chaotic good.
I think he's more lawful evil. Like for him, it's just the ends justify the means.
Yeah, I definitely see that. His whole thing was, I've been ordered to win this war.
Yes.
So if I
and he expects people to follow his orders, so that would make him a lawful alignment.
All right.
But I don't think he's lawful because he's not following the rules of the Federation whenever he could possibly get away with it.
Well, I mean, he follows his orders. Like, his orders are very broad at this point. And I think that's kind of what when he's meeting with the Admiral before he bangs her out.
He totally bangs her.
He's like, saying, hey, you guys gave me discretion to do what I need to do to win this war. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So in the absence of more specific orders.
Then I love how once she gets kidnapped and shit, he's all like, yeah, they told us we just can't go in there all willy-nilly. That's crazy talk. And I was like, wow, that's total Vic Mackey right there. Like,
yeah, as soon as they said, oh, I guess these meetings can't go forward, I was like, he's going to fucking screw this Admiral over. She's about to fire him. So, of course, he's going to send her.
Yeah. Lawful evil. A lawful evil character sees a well-ordered system as being easier to exploit and shows a combination of desirable and undesirable traits. So he's totally lawful evil.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, like he's evil, but he's doing it in his own but he's kind of keeping to the traditions of Starfleet. And,
he's got a code of conduct.
Yeah, he's got his own kind of code of conduct. And he's slowly on his ship building his weird band of folks, because he's got Michael, he's got the redheaded kid that hangs out with Michael, and now he's got the spy, perhaps, Ash. Yeah. So I mean, he's building his own little group of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's questioning Stamets now, because he gave Stamets the side eye there when he was acting all trippy and everything. So. Yeah.
Well, Stamets is off doing his own crazy shit, man. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's gonna make it much longer.
Well, see, I like though the Admiral when she comes on board and she's pointing. She's like, "You've got a guy doing eugenics experiments on himself. You've got a POW who's now your head of security.
What the fuck is going on here?
You've got the mutineer, running your science lab."
So she prefers guys who don't get captured. Is that what she's saying?
Yes, yes, that's what she's saying. But so the last 2 episodes were good. I'm looking forward to Sunday, man, because there's some good shit happening, man. It's really fun. I'm really digging the show.
Harry Mudd comes back. I just want to go ahead and say the creature that I saw in the coming next week.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read anything online. I believe just from the way it looks like a Danubian slime devil, which we've never seen on the live action stuff before.
Which is what?
Is that from the animated show?
They referenced it on the live action on the original series.
Okay.
Danubian slime devil. But
they do good. I mean, I don't know.
I've got the.
That sounds like a shot you would order at a bar.
Yeah, I'd like a Danubian slime devil.
I'm gonna come up with one.
Do you want that with or without salt? Oh, with salt, please.
No, but there's a book called The Worlds of the Federation.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane Johnson wrote. He's the same guy who did the book, Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise. Oh. But he does all the different planets, and it's just funny because I was talking to the Trek FM folks about this last week.
Oh, you're on Trek FM? What are you doing over there?
No, I was just on the internet, on the social medias. I was doing
that's
social.
Cool. All right.
I wasn't recording.
Cool then.
But
you better not be getting the A material, baby.
But Chris,
say that for Dog Trek, Mama.
Chris put the picture up of the book, and I've got mine, of course, on the shelf. And it's like, shit. And then I saw that preview, and it's like, this is the Danubian slime devil. Holy crap! Or at least that's my theory. That's my theory is what it's going to be.
Well, we'll see, baby. We'll see in a couple days. I'm excited. Sunday.
See? There you go. Jenny's got a picture of it.
Let me see. I can't see. I closed that window for a second. Hang on. Let me see.
Is that a vagina in its face?
Well, yes. Look at that Danubian slime devil.
The one that they showed on the Discovery was a little bit more pink. So
okay,
yeah.
And so can we get our exercise T-shirts?
I'm getting one. Call me stupid.
Disco.
No, we got to get one for the boner, so it just says bone.
We can make those. Yeah, we can. You know what? I'll figure that out. We can do that.
Yeah.
We could do that shit on like T-shirt Fury or whatever those stupid sites are called. Bone. Yeah, and then a little Dork
Delta shield.
Yeah, and then a little Dork Trek logo on the sleeve. Totally, we'll do it. We can figure that out. That's like you can do that probably on one of those dumb T-shirt design places by print by order or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when I saw disco, there was like a good, 3 minutes. That I was like, disco. What the fuck is disco? And then it clicked disco. Okay.
I like it. I told Stephanie, I was like, I want one of those shirts. And sure as shit enough, they're on pre-sale right now on StarTrek.com.
Is it like $30?
$26.
Yeah, but shipping.
Star Trek is finally learning lessons from Star Wars.
Yes, like we can fucking sell everything.
Well, no, see, here's the thing: is Star Wars created.
There'll be a new T-shirt every week.
Yeah.
Gene Roddenberry, back in the '60s, he made that IDIC pendant for Spock. The infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
Yeah, I see that everywhere.
Right. Well, he made it for. Well, no, that was the thing. Is that was the first piece of Star Trek merch, in Lincoln Enterprises.
Raging success.
Hey, I got one.
But will you buy a bone shirt? Is my question, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
Bone. I'm gonna get on that tomorrow.
That right
Start
font.
running around the saucer in our bone shirts.
We can get my coffee cups made on what is that fucking stupid site called, Jenny? You know what it's called.
Cafe Press.
Yeah, try to just get bone.
Yeah.
Bone.
Yeah.
Put it up on the Spreadshirt. They have pretty good selection of stuff and
what is Spreadshirt?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we have accounts there.
You can get cell phone cases. You can get everything.
Bone. I'll check it. I'll look into it. Bone. All right, so that's a Discovery. So thank you for supporting Dork Trek. We really appreciate it. Keep watching Discovery. It's wonderful. And sometime next week we'll do a video hangout for the Patreon. So dig it.
Cool.
Dig it. Can you dig it?
Episode on Sunday?
Yes.
I didn't. It was like 8:05 because at 8 o'clock I started checking to see if the episode was up. And
what a dork.
8:05 it was. Well, they were putting it up early, so I figured why not
I'm just
try to
kidding.
watch it early.
I'm the first one. First.
I saw it. Spoiler tweet.
I saw it before anyone. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Dork Trek. This week we're reviewing Past Tense 2. Part 2. Will past future fucking space Kid Rock get his comeuppance? We'll find out.
My name is Kid.
Space future Kid Rock.
Space future past Kid Rock.
Man, I tell you what, though. I've never agreed more with Ben about Star Trek being a documentary of the future more than this episode. Like, it's just...
This is the near future.
It's right there, man. I mean,
there is one point where I'm like, holy shit, I could totally see this happening.
Yes, and I felt really uncomfortable about the whole thing. I was like, wow, man, we're living this. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
DS9 was very good about predicting this shit.
Just tell me that the guard, right? The kind of smart-assy guard who keeps talking shit to everybody.
Oh, Vin.
Tell me that guy's not a fucking Trump supporter. I mean,
oh yeah,
he's got the "Make America Great" hat in his closet in his house. Like
he's old enough that he
flag belt.
He's old enough in this episode. He's alive now. He is this is only
he's you
7 years from now.
7 years in the future.
Yeah. So this guy
he's a total Trump supporter, man.
Oh, he voted for Trump both times.
Oh, he totally did.
He worked on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, when that the job's dried up down there.
You know what? Yeah. The wall on the border isn't enough. We need to put all the poor people and colored people in fucking walled cities.
Why can't we put walls inside our cities?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hey, you want your sanctuary city there, San Francisco? All right, but we're gonna put a wall around your sanctuary.
Dude,
how you like that?
It's I feel it's like as I was watching the episode, I was like, wow, this is gonna happen. Like I know this is gonna happen.
And this is 1995.
Yeah.
So they're predicting this is 30 years in their future. What they're saying, this is where it's going. But they're also saying baseball is going to kind of start crumbling, and they're going to expand to overseas.
Which that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, that.
I mean,
they're not
he
going to
said
expand.
they're not gonna be
the
right about
2015
everything.
Kings were
It
big.
is weird
Nobody's
though.
going to play baseball in England. They're gonna
It
play
is,
cricket.
yeah. They like cricket and soccer, and I mean, I don't even know why they keep doing American football over there. It's so boring, and they send the shittiest teams. It is weird though that during the conversation about baseball, somebody brings up the '99 Yankees, and the '99 Yankees were a fucking amazing team. Like they were a
pretty
great
good.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They swept the World Series.
They won the World Series.
Well, it's easy. It would okay. So Vin was the one who said that was his favorite team.
Yeah, Vin's like, yeah, the '99 Yankees.
Now,
are
how
the best.
fucking weird would it be? He's like, oh, fucking Jeter Rivera. They're fucking awesome, dude.
Well, they didn't go into any kind of specifics because they kept it vague, kind of like someone like gypsies or whatever, future fucking seers or whatever they're called. They're fortune tellers.
Yeah.
The vaguer, the better. But when he said the '99
Yankees will be good in '99.
The '99 Yankees, I went, wow, the Yankees were good in '99. That's fucking nuts.
And this
Because you figured
episode's
this
from
was
95.
Yeah,
95.
so it was probably written in '94, early '95, and the Yankees were okay then.
They were kind of
but they
coming
weren't great.
around.
Didn't you say
Yeah.
they were kind of getting better?
Yeah,
at
they
that
were
point?
coming
They were on
around
their way
because
up.
Matting, they made the playoffs for the first time, I think, in '95.
Yeah, but they were a wild card though.
Yeah, they were a
And that
wild
was
card
the first
team.
year of the wild card coming out of
Yeah.
the strike.
At '95. And then '96, they won the World Series. They beat the Braves.
Once they figured out, hey, let's get rid of Wetland and put Rivera in there. to
Yeah,
score.
and then everything was perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was really creeped out about that. That made me feel even more like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just to add to it. Yeah.
This is fucking bonkers.
Yeah, and on the next episode when they're in history class and they're talking about the reality star president, it was just like, what the fuck?
Holy shit. I just pooped my pants. Yeah, this is very frightening. Like Star Trek is some real deal shit, dudes.
Yep.
Some real deal shits.
You guys hit too close to home this time.
Too close to home. I was not
you guys
stoked.
The next 5 years of episodes are going to be amazing for you. It just
Like in a bad way, maybe? Like, holy shit, we're already here. This is not good.
no, it's
That
just
sort of thing?
Cautionary tale.
This
Yeah.
is just too close, man. I mean, they stick
Like
all the
Black Mirror.
They
So
stick
basically
all,
saying we all should have watched this 20 years ago instead of waiting until now.
Well,
Now
here's the
it's too
thing:
late.
is this is probably the least watched of the Star Trek series.
Oh yeah, totally.
Of I would say of the big three, of Voyager, Next Generation, and DS9. I think it would be this is the least watched,
the heyday.
and because it was the overlapped one, and people went straight from TNG right into this, and it's the thing where
It's a damn shame because this is probably my favorite Star Trek series.
and
It's
I'm so
getting
glad
up
that
there.
you guys are appreciating it like
It's
that.
getting up there. I got to tell you.
But the thing is that I think if as many people who had watched TNG had watched DS9, the last 20 years of American history would be completely different.
Maybe.
I
that-
honestly
maybe.
think that I think it would have been a thing where enough people would have had that little spark of, I saw an episode of Star Trek, and I really don't think this is the best decision.
But think about how many people out there that you've specifically mentioned where you say, like, how can you have this life philosophy when you watch Star Trek?
Yeah, you're a Star Trek, you're a hardcore Star Trek
But
fan.
you're also a racist.
Yeah, and you're
Like,
also
how
like
do you-
a born again Christian. Like that's weird to me. Like those two things don't.
And here's my thing: is I don't have a problem with born again Christians.
Me neither. But being a Star
But
Trek fan is weird.
Star Trek kind of throws, goes, especially TNG. It gets really into the whole secular humanism side
Yeah.
of things. Like there's an episode dedicated to Picard saying, "Nope, gods are bad. I will take an arrow to the knee before I let that happen to another planet."
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think people pay attention to the morals in Star Trek as much as we might like.
Hey, Deanna Troy got some nice tits.
Well, they just like to complain. I think they just like to complain about stuff more than anything else.
I don't know. I'm over it. I'm to the point of just enjoy the fucking show.
Wow, listen to that. I like it.
That's the right attitude, Ben.
It is the right attitude.
We've been waiting 5 years to hear you say that.
The meds are finally kicking in.
Yeah, and I think, and I like, and Star Trek needs to be a television series.
Absolutely.
Movies, I don't know, but TV series, yeah, I'm down.
You can't get the depth in a movie without the background of an episode.
Yeah,
like a season behind it or something. So I think that's why like the TOS movies worked pretty well because they had a mythology behind them. Like you already knew where all the characters came from. You kind of knew what they were all about and everything. Like if they tried to do Discovery as a movie, it'd be fucking terrible.
They'd riot in the streets because it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But
as a series, like you can understand, okay, now I know what Lorca's all about. I know where, Michael Burnham came from and all this other kind of stuff. But if we have that with DS9, it'd be, why is this captain talking so weird? And why isn't he a captain?
Why? Yeah. Why is he a weirdo? Oh, because he's just a fucking space maniac.
What happened to Avery Brooks's goatee? Why does he have hair on his head? What's going on?
I will say part 2 of this episode really moved along quickly. Like I felt like it was only like half an hour. But it was the whole 45. It just moved really fast. There was just a lot going on, but not a lot, if that makes sense. Like
this two-parter felt a lot like City on the Edge of Forever to me. Like it felt like it was inspired a lot by it.
Well,
and especially the second part seemed, I don't know what, like just even the aesthetics of it and everything seemed more like an homage to that episode.
Well, there's actually, if you watch when they're beaming down to try to find, they've got so many chances to beam down to San Francisco and look for them.
I guess it's like being at the gateway or whatever, like trying to find
and one of the first ones they beam down to is the 30s, and there's a boxing poster in the background. That's the same boxing poster. Well, they obviously recreated it, but that was on the wall behind Kirk and Spock when they came through.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, the same fighters are fighting. So
that little subliminal thing got through to Dennis, and he picked up on that. Even if you didn't notice it, it's like...
Yeah, so it's one of those things where they are in the same time frame as Kirk and Spock.
That's interesting.
That'd have been cool if they would have spliced them in. Like they look at each other like, huh?
But then they would have known, hey! And like, hey!
Well, no, the Kirk and Spock episode, City on Edge of Forever, they were in New York. So at least
it would have been great if like Crazy Bones was running around.
In the background, you see him.
Exactly.
See, I was waiting for him to run into Time's Arrow, fucking the gang, because they're both in San Francisco at the time. Like maybe just Picard in like a fucking leisure suit, or not a leisure suit, but like a fancy man 20 suit walks by like, hey,
Mark Twain.
Yeah, Mark Twain shows up. Time was
the visitors from the 24th century would give me a blowjob.
We got ourselves here.
The things I've done to that android man's head is just unspeakable. Now, young Mr. Brazier there, now he could come on over here and...
Tom was.
Are you saying Mark Twain thinks that Julian has a pretty mouth?
I believe he does.
Yes, he does. I think we're all saying that, Dennis.
Back on the mighty Mississippi.
Tom was a man with a mouth that pretty, would know what to do with it.
Would end up with a penis in it.
I would take a man like that on a riverboat as I've traveled up and down the mighty Mississippi, which is code, of course, for his Arabic cock. And I would just do magnificent things to it.
You have like it's like Mark Twain / Kevin Costner and JFK accent. Like it kind of comes in and out. Yeah, it comes in and out. Back and to the left.
Time was a president knew which way his head would go.
Just floats in between like the ether of the two.
Yeah. Well, it's that whole Mississippi thing, and
Well, Kevin Costner is well known for his accent.
Hey! You leave Kevin Costner alone. He's my favorite. Shut up.
Yeah.
Very nice guy. I got to meet him.
I never said he was a bad actor.
He's a great actor.
Accents are not his forte.
No, not his forte.
A 30s or 20s Chicago accent.
Hey.
Same as his English accent.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams is my favorite movie of all time.
Makes me cry every time.
Every damn time.
Can't even watch it without crying like a little baby.
I watched that movie with the kids, immediately went out and bought baseball gloves and made them play ball with me in the backyard.
Cry every time.
Yep. It's just like, no,
He couldn't even catch the ball because he was crying.
We're having cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Exactly.
And then he gets hit in the face with the ball and starts crying some more. It was great.
My face. My face hurts so bad. Great movie.
But free walk to first, so I was all right.
Great movie. But yeah, so the episode's kind of, there's the hostage situation. That's just the way it's kind of going.
And what the hell, though? Vin just wants to be shot.
Well, yeah, Vin's a real pain in the ass.
I'm sorry, but I think even your average Trump supporter at this point knows to shut the fuck up.
No, they're dumb. No, never. They just keep talking.
They're basically Twitter bots at this point.
Yeah.
So.
He's like a walking, talking Twitter bot. Like, he just generally sucks balls.
Yeah.
Like,
Make Sanctuary great again.
Yeah. Make sense. Yep. Hey, man, I voted for this wall. Hell no, we're not letting them out. Are you fucking crazy, man? Must be out of your fucking mind. Hell no, the wall stays.
Yeah.
Trump. Make the wall great again.
See, I'm just wondering who's going to be president in 2020 and 2024, because this is 2024.
Man, 2020 is going to be Trump.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
is going to be Trump, and then
the thing
Pence.
is, whoever gets elected next, they're still president when this is happening.
Well, the way it always kind of works out is like if you get 2 terms of one party, then the next time it's the other one. Like it just seems like that's kind of the way it goes, So, well, yeah, you had what? You had
Reagan then Bush.
But then Bush got blown out by Clinton. And then you had Clinton for 2 terms, then you had Bush for 2 terms, and Obama for 2 terms. And then
Trump for 2 terms.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves though, because I'm already depressed thinking about it.
Look,
Trump's got to make it through the first term.
Yeah, he's got to survive the first term.
We all have to survive the first term.
No shit.
Whoever is elected in 2020 will be president when this episode takes place.
Yeah,
crazy man.
September of 2024.
Yeah.
So
we'll see who runs on the Sanctuary platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sanctuary. That's what we're doing. We're going to take all the poor people and all the brown people, any shade of brown. You can be real light brown, real dark brown. You're going in this fucking city. We're going to build a wall.
You better not get a tan.
Fuck you.
Only orange tans.
Yep.
Spray tans don't count.
Spray tans don't count. But you know what? If you show up on this color wheel of brown, you're going in the city.
Well, what was that? The Family Guy where the cop pulls him over and he has the little color thing.
Yeah.
Swatches.
It's all right.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, it's definitely frightening. Like I was just like, wow, dude, this is.
That'll be when the crew of the Bona goes down to 3.
Yeah. Who knows?
There's not very good internet access in the sanctuaries, my friends.
No.
No, hey, dude, though, our attic, totally great Wi-Fi.
Hey, you can live in our basement.
That's bullshit. Our upstairs doesn't even have great Wi-Fi.
I can Anne Frank it with you guys.
Yeah, totally. I would do that for you. You're my friend.
Hey,
nice.
It's just payback.
And maybe I can.
And who would suspect me doing this?
Yeah.
And
then
Muslims here? What?
Oy, they.
I don't know about no Muslims. Would you like some gefilte fish?
Man, I don't know. He seems to be overdoing it.
Past tense, but yeah, just real frightening. This episode's real frightening. But again, there's not really, I wish I could talk more about it.
It doesn't really have plot points. It's just kind of driving home kind of the depressingness of this.
I thought it was kind of
reality.
easy how well Dax breaks into the sanctuary, though. Like she
knows the Teenage Mutant Ninja
sewer.
Turtles, and she teams up with those guys to sneak into the sewers. And
hey, but wait, I think if anything is true now and true in future past space time, if you're white and attractive, you can kind of do anything you want.
Yeah.
Like I saw Dennis's tweet storm that happened last week, and he was watching the episode. Like, hey, that's weird. Muslim guy, black guy end up in like Sanctuary City. Pretty white woman, just free to do whatever she wants.
Yeah. Here's your ID, some credits to help you along, please.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, though,
fancy party.
They didn't give her the credits or the ID. He gave her free access to his computer terminal,
and his dick.
Yeah.
And then she hacked the system and got all that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even in 2024, women still have to debase themselves to get what they need. So she had to blow him.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I don't think she.
I was going to say
she probably just jerked him
to.
off. I'm going to say jerked him off because, like, they were, you know, I think later on when she's like, "You got to do this for me," that's when I think she's like, "All right, I'll blow you if you do this.
You can play with my tits.
Yeah, you can play with my fucking space tits while you masturbate." You know, you're into that, right, weirdo? Dennis, why are you laughing?
I don't know. It's just kind of funny.
I'm just laughing at Jenny's lack of a reaction. Like, I don't know what Jenny's thinking over there. She's whatever it is. I don't want to know. What are you thinking, Jenny? Tell me what you're thinking.
I'm thinking that this guy's probably into weirder shit than just playing with her tits while masturbating. Like, she got peed on in order to do this.
Well,
you're saying, like,
you don't think he would want to be peed on? You think he would want to pee on her?
You know, that's a good point.
This guy strikes me as he strikes me as a PE.
I don't understand that whole thing though. Like,
what water sports?
Yeah, it's not. It's above my perversion level. Like, I'm not down with water sports. I can't see, like, what pleasure would you get peeing on someone?
Yeah, what happened to you as a young child? That's something that
I want to pee.
You watched Shogun on NBC. And Richard Chamberlain gets pissed on by the Japanese shogun,
but that's more of like But who would be like?
It's a power thing then, and then so for the rest of your life, you're like, wow, that shogun guy was real macho and put Richard Chamberlain in his place. So if you piss on people, you too are macho, and then you get aroused from that power rush. And
I'm going to tell you, Ben. That's a stretch.
Then the only way that you can maintain an erection is to exercise that power.
This is very specific. I'm not into I don't understand. Like, I wouldn't want anybody to, because first off, this is personal. I'm pee shy. So I don't think I couldn't just pee and then it wouldn't happen for me. Like, it's not going to happen. And then how are you going to pee with a boner?
It took many years for me to be able to pee in a.
Go ahead, Ben.
Well, no, it took me many years to be able to pee in a public restroom if somebody else was in the public restroom with me.
Oh, yeah, totally. I'm with you.
You know, like if I'm at the urinal and there's somebody like 3 stalls down, it's just like, yep, I'm going to stand here and be embarrassed.
But somebody could pee on you.
Well, that's fine. But I'm saying, but the peer, how do you pee on somebody?
Yeah. And like I said, how do you pee with a boner? Like, if you're aroused, like, you have to stand really far away, like, and kind of arch it, kind of like, woo, and then it's going to get everywhere, you know? So I don't know.
You got to learn how to do your arc. I mean, that's the thing.
Fortunately, I don't know anybody that's expressed these type of desires to me, so I don't know how the mechanics of this whole thing works.
Yeah, me neither.
Science.
I don't think, that's too far. Again, that's above my perversion level.
Are we going to do some research later, Ben?
Science.
It just seems weird. I'm not into it.
I'm not judging.
Like, maybe he pees on her and then it's just so fun that he's
at the end of the day,
now I got to get off.
It's just so fun.
It was just a great time.
So by accident, one time he did it by accident and it gave him a great thrill.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it's a forbidden thing, so there's the thrill of that. It's taboo. But no, I'm not going to judge somebody's perversions. I mean, if it makes you, if both people are into it and at the end of the day they're happy from it, God bless them.
At this point, I'm just willing to say it's not for me.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that.
That's fine for everybody else. It's not for me.
But then, like, and you have to find someone else that's into it, and that also seems rather difficult.
Like, how do you break that? How do you break that topic of conversation with somebody?
Well, you bring it up on a Star Trek episode, and you see who responds.
Hey, I got to go to the bathroom. You want to come with me?
Oh, did that get on you? I'm so sorry.
So you just have to ask, like, so what's the weirdest sex thing you've done? And then if they say, oh, I had somebody pee on me once, I'm like, really? Whoa.
That's really weird.
All right.
Do you want to show me how that happened? Like,
my name is Dennis.
Like, were you peed on or did you get, okay, so you peed on someone. That's really weird. Now, where did you pee on them? Was it on their chest? On their feet?
Face?
Like, on the face? On the chest? Okay, let's try that. Weird, right? Was it weird for you?
I'm open to new experiences. Why not?
Yeah, man.
Now, did they put you in a basket and like spin it and then let you like spray as you went down? was that no?
I'd be fine to be the PER in that situation. Because that sounds like fun.
Have some more water.
It is.
I don't have a desire to pee on somebody, but if I could pee in a basket spinning around, that sounds like fun.
Well, yeah.
Like a sprinkler.
I would just do. I would want to get it on myself, though. That's all.
It's going to get on you. There's going to be some splashback.
It's your pee. Get your pee on you. It's fine. You've never pissed in the shower?
I mean, yeah, but
it's on your leg. You're fine. Just wash your leg after you're done.
Don't try to spray it on myself like, oh, yeah.
God, this is so hot.
Oh, it's in my face. It's in my face. Oh, God, not again.
Peeing all over the place, man.
That's twice this morning. Never try to do this with an erection again.
It's in my eye.
Oh, God, has it always tasted like this?
Too far, Ben.
This is so hot. Yeah, drinking pee, that's just a whole nother thing.
I learned it from Kevin Costner.
Fucking hot right now. God, the episode's over. 7.5. I'll see you guys later. I gotta masturbate.
Patreon users at the $1,000 level will be interested in this week's.
Watch me pee on you. Virtually, I will take a piss on you. But yeah, so there's not. I mean, I wish there was more happening here. It's just kind of a pissing contest between.
Like
Kid
a lot
Rock.
of the episode is Kid Rock wants to kill somebody, and then Cisco convinces him not to.
Yeah, but then Kid Rock is, I think, just mainly
he's talking
shit. Like he ain't gonna kill anybody. If he was gonna kill somebody, he would have done it already.
No.
I like how they came up with a backstory for this guy. If you read the article, the
Space
writers,
Kid Rock?
Yeah, they came up with a whole backstory where he's like a mechanic, and he's probably not that bad of a person, but it's just that
from Mike and the Mechanics.
You put
that was a deep cut,
but you put people in a situation like this, and these are the things that happen. These are how people have to survive, and him becoming a ghost was how he survived.
Now, Mike and the Mechanics, that's Genesis without Phil Collins, right? Isn't that how that works?
That's my understanding.
Yeah, I thought it was Genesis without Phil Collins or Peter Gabriel. So it was just like the two shitty parts made Mike and the Mechanics. And they had some good music, right? Ben was really offended. I've never seen him so offended. I called the two crappy parts. You know what, Ben? You like him so much, name them. Name the other two guys.
Well, there was Mike.
And there was Mike.
There's the
mechanic.
It's very obvious.
Let's see, because I know Mike and the Mechanics, but I can't think of a single fucking song by them.
Isn't it? I'm so close. I feel like I'm really close.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna go to Spotify. I can.
Singles?
You know what? I know my dad listened.
Holy
to
shit!
it.
They have a lot of singles.
That doesn't make it right.
I don't recognize any of them.
Living Years. I know that one. Mike and the Mechanics. What's their number one?
That was number one in the
song?
United States.
Over My Shoulder, The Living Years. What does the song sound like? Yeah, you know that song. Every generation.
Oh, God. Fuck that band.
Yeah, say it loud. Yeah, that song.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they had another one, Let Me Fly. I don't know that one.
The song addresses a son's regret over unresolved conflict with his now deceased father.
Well, you know what happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
In the living years.
Over My Shoulder? I don't know that one either. Yeah, see, the only one I know is The Living Years.
Yeah. But this is, heyday of the late 80s.
Nah, this sounds real shitty. Yeah. Don't listen to that.
No, I'm not going to.
Nobody needs that in their lives.
But are they actually the remnants of Genesis?
Let's see, here it is. About Mike and the Mechanics. While Phil Collins was pursuing his solo career, Genesis bassist / guitarist Mike Rutherford formed pop rock band Mike and the Mechanics, featuring Mike, former Ace and Squeeze member Paul Carrick, and ex-Sad Cafe member Paul Young. So yes, it is just the other two guys, and a bunch of other guys from other bands came together and formed the band. It's like the anti-super group. Like, oh, you know, all
usually
of our
super groups are good.
You know, most of the super parts of our group are doing other things. So we're like the ironic super group. They're
the sidekick
group.
We're not the super group. Yeah,
this is the episode where Robin and Batgirl and
because that becomes
Flash.
That's Teen Titans. So that's actually this is if you think of a super group as the Super Friends, right?
Okay,
then
so this is
Legion of Doom.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, who was the dog that was on the Super Friends?
Wonder Dog. Wendy, Marvin, and Wonder Dog.
Him and like Scrappy
So this is Wendy and Marvin without Wonder Dog.
No, this is Wonder Dog and
because Wendy and Marvin had no powers, right?
Yeah, this is
right. Well, neither did Wonder Dog.
Well, yeah, I mean, he could talk, couldn't he?
No,
he couldn't.
All right, no. This would be like if
bulldog.
This would be kind of like if
was he a bulldog?
If the kids,
I thought he was like Scooby Doo.
No. This would be like, all right, if you take like fucking Fred and Daphne, right, and then you give them two of the kids from Jabberjaw, and then one of the kids from like Thundar the Barbarian, and made a group. That would be them, like these guys, like the other dudes.
That's so I think you've already gave them too much credit by adding Fred and Daphne.
It's got to be like Velma.
No, Velma's too good too. No, I don't. Because okay, so
what about Phyllis Diller?
Scooby Doo.
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, Don Knotts, and Phyllis Diller.
No, this is already too good.
Yeah, I mean they were on there for a reason because they had.
Okay, so here's the thing: is all these other shows that they were like knockoffs of
the Fifth Globetrotter.
This is the shittiest away team you could imagine. This is like Crusher. And
all-white shirt team.
Crusher
Troy, and like O'Brien together on an away team.
And
Argyle.
Look, I don't know. You ladies are down here. We're down here. I brought the still. I don't know.
When in Rome, am I right? Yeah, this is Crusher, Argyle, and then like two red shirts.
We beamed down with the transporter chief. We can't beam back up.
And the entire cast of Voyager. That's this.
Tuvix.
Are we gonna fucking party here or what, man? I mean, these doobies ain't gonna smoke themselves, am I right? Got some roll your owns.
I can't do the Argyle voice anymore. It hurts too much.
Sometimes that's just my natural speaking voice.
Yeah, he'll be on Discovery soon, so you can see what he's
Grandpa Argyle.
Ends in Grandpa Argyle.
Who's the old guy? What's up, guys? I'm just here to fucking party or whatever. Hey, man, you got any more of them fucking mushrooms?
Space shrooms, man? Come on.
I'm down.
That's what Stamets. Stamets is the forebearer of Argyle.
Future Argyle.
He's in engineering. He's hooked up to the
fucking got a hit on those space mushrooms, and now he's...
I was just thinking we come in and like they go into the workstations one morning and like actual Chief Argyle is in the little booth plugged into the thing. Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you like? We're talking like TNG uniform, the whole nine, and it's just like, who's this guy?
He raided the Starfleet Museum and stole it.
Don't mind me.
Just sitting in the Jefferson's Tomb of the Enterprise, like with those things, stabbing him in the chest.
Smoking a bowl.
Here's the thing: is what the dark.
I can feel the whole universe
in my balls.
The dark secret of Star Trek, and don't want to get too much on Discovery, but is that every ship that we've ever seen, there's some poor schmuck that they juice up with water bear DNA and then plug him into the thing downstairs. And as long as they keep him high, he's cool.
That's what happened to Argyle, man. He broke out, though. That's why you saw him in the first season.
Just out and about looking for shrooms.
He relapsed.
Got any of them s'mores, man? I mean, spores. I'm so fucking high, man.
Man, the s'more drive is awesome.
Yeah, it runs on mushrooms and fucking chocolate and graham
marshmallows.
God, I'm so fucking baked right now. Come on over here, touch my ding dong.
I really hope the new sister ship for the Discovery runs on a s'more drive.
Well, that's why the Glenn crashed.
Yeah, it was a s'more drive. They
had the s'more drive.
They didn't get the ratio right.
Yeah.
It's like, it's too much chocolate, man. Too much chocolate.
It's melting. It's melting. Oh,
Yeah.
Abort! Abort!
Now
It's
we're
too
all
late.
inside out.
yeah.
I'm so high right now.
I still will stand by my statement that my favorite scene of anything in Discovery so far has been a Klingon going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he got whomped by the fucking werebear.
Yeah. But the Bell riots come up again in DS9 later on, so
Really?
it's kind of cool. Yeah.
And it's funny that your man's in the history books now.
Did anybody
Maybe-
not see that coming from like a mile away? Like
Yeah.
from the beginning of the first
Maybe
episode?
that's why he shaved his head and grew the goatee to try to trick people. He's like, that's not me.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've always had this goatee and bald head.
When the temporal police come up and they're looking at the picture and he's got the shaved head down, they're like,
We still got a warrant out for this guy.
Oh, what, you think we all look alike?
I
Yes.
don't want to. I was just going to say, he's like, I don't want to sound racist right now, so I'm just gonna.
I'm just going to keep this one to myself. I'm going to, kind of keep it quiet.
Gabriel Briscoe?
Gabriel Hawk. What?
Yeah.
It's
But
yeah.
I don't know. Are we going to go through this chronologically at all, or just kind of a general overview?
I mean, I think we're just kind of general overviewing at this point. I
It's
mean,
like the part of it that really kind of got me that I was like, holy shit, this is like hitting too close to home, is when they got the signal up and people started going in and telling their personal stories about how they ended up in the sanctuary. I was like, holy shit.
yeah.
Like, this is like those stories they were telling were really kind of stories you could imagine somebody like, they closed down the coal mine. And so I didn't have a job and I got hooked on opioids. And then next thing I knew, I was in the sanctuary.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, this is happening.
This whole thing is just too much for me, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, you look at it though, and you're talking about these people telling their stories and stuff. This is after, it was trendy to care about the homeless.
You're right.
We go through trends. We
Yeah.
Oh my God, the children in Africa do they even know it's Christmas? Oh geez.
Do they know
and then
it's
you move
Christmas?
on. We're already past that.
Oh, sorry.
No. Now it's the homeless.
Do they know they don't have homes at all?
No. Now it's AIDS.
AIDS.
Do they know they do have AIDS at all?
You ain't got Christmas, but you got AIDS. Surprise! But
so they're back in Africa again.
Why not? Because now we care about AIDS again, so we're back to Africa, and it's just full circle.
And now that we're on the internet, we have a new cause to take up like every other day.
Well, you see, now though, it's a lot easier than it was in the 90s. Now you just change your profile picture.
Have you guys seen that Lord of the Rings one? Where it's like
Gondor.
It's the king of Gondor, and then fucking the other guy from 300, and he's like, we need, Gondor has fallen, we need people. And then the king is like, I have thoughts and prayers for Gondor. And then it's like a temporary picture of the tree. It's fucking hilarious. I'll find it and put it. It's really fucking great.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's awesome.
That's fantastic. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers for Gondor.
Thoughts and prayers. And that's all we're doing now. So I mean, at least we used to have telefucking-thons and songs. Now we just change your fucking profile picture.
I miss the telethon. I was trying to explain the Jerry Lewis telethon to my daughter, who's 7, who has no idea what network television is, a telethon, or Jerry Lewis. And I was trying to, and the look on her face, she was so puzzled because, like, there was a time where we only had 3 fucking channels, and one channel for an entire weekend was just some guy raising money for MS. And she was like, "What are all of those things?" And I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it."
I think maybe like a month ago or so, there was a telethon for, I don't even know what it was for, but Viola Davis was hosting it. But because there's so many channels and so many outlets to consume now, like we're not aware that these things are going on anymore. It was on everything. It was on NBC, ABC, and CBS, but who knows about those things? It was like a Friday night.
The
Nobody watches
last
those
big
channels.
telethon I remember was the Kanye West one. I think he kind of squashed
Katrina.
all that. I haven't seen
George
one
Bush
for
hates
Katrina.
black people.
George Bush hates black people. Like, think about what he would say now. I mean, I think everybody would say that about Trump. Like, yeah, we all know Trump hates Trump hates black people. They go, yeah, of course he does. Like, yeah.
And so do I. Yeah.
When like because they just had the concert the other night with the former presidents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It wasn't even on TV anywhere.
No.
So I was like, oh, I wonder if that's on TV somewhere.
No,
so I flipped
son.
through the channels. It's like, no, it's nowhere. You had to be there, I guess, to
Yeah.
raise money
Yeah.
for that cause.
Well, I know they did the NYC one for 9/11 with like the Who and all that shit and Paul McCartney. I remember that. And people were bummed out at the Who because like they went out there and they fucking rocked it. Because like like I remember there was some kind of blowback at the Who because they just went out there and fucking did Who shit. And you're like, that's not.
There's not a lot
Why
of
would you
sad
invite
Who
them?
songs.
Yeah, it's like, why would you invite the Who if they're not going to do fucking Teenage Wasteland? Like, if I'm at this event and the Who don't do Teenage Wasteland, I'm fucking leaving. Like, I'm like, what? No, huh? They're not going to do like Won't Get Fooled again?
Man,
Fuck
why are
you
they playing
guys.
Pinball Wizard? God damn it.
Like, yeah, you guys are dumb. You guys are a dumb. Get my bags. Because you can have the Boss there, and the Boss can do some sad-ass songs.
Yeah.
You know, because the Boss has got tons of sad-ass tunes.
Yeah.
You know, that's what my sister was trying to explain to me about the Tragically Hip, because I guess the lead singer of the Hip died. And do you guys know anything about the Tragically Hip? They're like Canada's huge band. Like, they're the biggest band in Canada.
I know of them, yeah.
Bigger than Rush?
Bigger than Rush. It's
Really?
like Canadian Springsteen. Like, that's what my sister said. Like, it's very much like working man kind of like ballads about like hard times and shit like that.
Working on the Maple Leaf Farms?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Working on the fucking, we're in Stu Hart's dungeon.
Manitoba.
Oh, yeah. They got it
Moose
tough out
Jaw.
there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, so she was explaining to me about the Tragically Hip. But yeah, I mean, it's like the Boss, man. The fucking Boss. Love the Boss. Fucking Springsteen. That's what they need in this sanctuary city. They need a Springsteen to come out and write some Springsteen songs about like the fucking wall and shit.
What was the thing with Bowie and Michael Jackson? Wasn't it? Or Bowie and the other guy,
Mick Jagger?
Mick Jagger.
Yeah,
I always get Jagger and
Yeah, Bob was
Jackson.
just talking about that last week, I think.
Oh, that was last week. Thanks.
What's wrong?
I knew I'd heard
Calling
that
out
somewhere.
around the world.
Calling out. That's the best video in the whole wide world, dude.
That's
Oh my
the
god.
gayest video in the entire
They are
world.
so happy in that video.
I
wish,
know.
I wish I was ever that happy.
I wish I could find someone that would look at me the way Bowie and Jagger look at each other when
That's
singing
because
that
they
song
kissed
together.
each other whenever they weren't on screen.
They
Whatever,
must have
dude.
gotten paid right before they filmed that.
I was
so much money.
This is awesome. Let's go suck each other's cocks and shit.
That's how I remember it.
It's really, now I want to find it and watch it. I'm going to share it with you guys too.
It's too ridiculous.
It's great.
There's a lot of
It's
shoulder
too
movement in
much.
that video.
Oh yeah. Like way too much shoulder movement.
Yeah.
Let's
Is
see
there
here.
ever too much shoulder movement?
Here you go.
Yes.
Hang on. Let me.
Wait till you see the video.
And the song's really bad too. That's what makes it even worse.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like it's by far like the worst songs that either one of these guys have ever done. Here
The
we go.
80s versions of like 60 songs are never really that great.
No.
Can you guys hear it or can you just see it?
We can
I
just,
can just see it.
Yeah, I don't want to get us to pop or anything. So, what are those?
That's
Are those,
Fancy footwork.
are those
No.
Reeboks?
I mean, Mick Jagger could at least have worn better looking shoes. Those look like he's cutting his fucking grass in them.
I think those are Reeboks though.
Nice mullet.
It's very Jagger.
And then Bowie just appears magically from the ceiling.
As
You're
he
like, wow,
does.
this is weird. He's not
I
on
miss 80s Mick
What?
Jagger.
Where did that come from?
That's very dangerous. Though,
And he's
with
just
your-
dancing with his hands in his pockets.
Why
Like,
is he wearing a lace
Wow, what a
jumpsuit?
jump.
And did they change the?
They're just in
shower?
a warehouse parking lot somewhere dancing.
This is you're going to get
Poorly.
like murder raped if you're in this area
Yeah.
at night.
Look how much fun they're having, though.
This is the way
This is
I
where it
want
gets
to
really
remember
weird.
Bowie.
They're playing gay chicken here. Look, it's gay
Yes.
chicken. Gay chicken.
I know who'd win.
The two greatest gay
Both of
chicken
them.
players who ever lived.
Yeah. What a fucking mullet. Jesus.
yeah. Fuck the 80s.
Would you even call that a mullet?
No.
I don't know what kind of haircut that is.
It's just
But
kind of
I love David Bowie's lace jumpsuit. Like, it's ridiculous. Hang on, I need
giant
some.
shoulder.
Oh, is
pads.
need
that
some
product
drinks.
placement? Oh, okay, never mind.
No, he
I thought
just
was
needed a
drinking
drink.
Diet Coke.
What? He's gonna Mick Jagger's gotta stop to fix his hair in the middle of
Well, you always do that after you drink a Coke.
Yep. Thunderclaps. There we go.
It's so strange.
Man, you know what? The Patreon subscribers won the lottery this week.
Yeah.
Just
Everybody else, like, you have to go back to the beginning and like time it out so that you're
Can they
watching
see
it
this
along with us.
if they're watching the
I don't know
video?
if they might be able to. I'm not really sure how
I think
this will
so.
work.
I
Really?
think so.
I think so.
They're in for a real treat.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on right now.
was that
They're
jazz?
rubbing
Did they have
butts
jazz
Dancing
singers?
in the street.
And it's weird that, like, Jagger still kind of looks like that and Bowie's dead. Like, isn't that weird to think
Yeah.
about?
I definitely would have thought that Jagger
think he
would have
just
been dead
triggered
by
Ben.
now.
No, yeah, I would have definitely thought Jagger would have been gone first.
I think the fact
Jagger's
that
a lot
all the
older than
Rolling Stones
him,
are
right?
alive are just.
I think, yeah, Jagger is
Yeah.
much older than David Bowie.
I think it's just they've all sold their souls. I'm pretty sure. There's no reason that.
Now they're,
shake
now
those
they're wiggling
asses.
their butts. Because that's what.
Yeah.
So that was what was happening in the other side of the sanctuary district. In this episode. That was on the north side of the sanctuary.
I can see that. I could see them like clearing out half the sanctuary district to
All right, everybody
film
leave.
film a
So-
music video.
So Mick Jagger and David Bowie can dance together.
You got to monetize these sanctuaries.
Yeah. I mean,
They
because
sell them to pop stars to film videos.
they don't pay for themselves, baby. That's where Michael Jackson broke all those car windows in that video where he was on the roof. He did it in Sanctuary City.
Yeah.
Now it's hard. Now I would even say like it's hard to even rate this episode because like it doesn't feel like a separate episode at all. Because most of the
No.
time when there's a 2-part episode, the second episode is vastly different from the first episode. But this one just feels like they were like, oh shit, we ran out of time. Like we'll just make it another episode. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like it didn't. Sometimes when they do that, though, it feels like they have to fluff for time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, we've got enough.
Kind
for
of like
an
what we're
episode
doing
now.
watching Dancing in the Streets with David Bowie and Mick Jagger.
Well, it's,
Wouldn't
but
know
it's
anything
like
about that.
they've got enough for 1.5 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
To
so
this
they have
point,
But this was like two really, like
Right.
okay, there was enough material that you could fill 2 good
That's
episodes.
why I just wanted to go.
Mhm.
Like when we watched it a couple weeks ago, we just went ahead and watched both of them at once because it
Yeah.
didn't seem to make sense to like stop.
Mhm.
Like it just went right into. So it was like basically a little movie, like
Yeah.
a TV movie
Yeah.
or something.
Well, yeah, because I was asking if we were going to talk about 1 or 2, and then because she didn't want to watch it if we weren't going to talk about it. When we got to the end of the episode, though,
I was like, no, just keep going.
yeah,
I mean, I
kinda-
literally can't remember where the first episode ended and the second one began in the storyline.
yeah.
the
So-
riots began.
I kind of felt like the second episode lost a little steam at some point.
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
especially when O'Brien and Kira were beaming into the different timelines.
That was
like,
awful.
that was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And it was just filler mostly.
I broke my
for-
nose.
especially with the 60s.
The
The
hippies.
hippies. And the
That was
one
painful.
hippie looked like Beck. Go back and watch it. He looks like fucking Beck.
I'll have to look. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I could probably find it.
But I mean, up to this point, DS9 has been pretty good with their 2-parters about the second part being like a solid episode on its own.
Mhm.
And this was kind of the first time I was like, they kind of fell into the TNG trap of
Yeah.
see,
the
I don't
second
know.
episode
I just
kinda
think
limps
like
along a little bit.
it was just kind of like
But did you watch them all at the same time, or did you watch
Mhm.
it and then come back and watch it? Okay.
No.
I watched
at the
it.
same
I
time.
watched it and came back to it, and I didn't think like it limped along. It was just kind of like they ran out of time. Like they were like, "Oh man, this episode is 70 pages. Fuck, we can't cut it because then it won't make any sense. Let's just do another one."
Yeah.
That's
I
just
mean,
me, though.
once they took the hostages, and that's kind of the
The apex.
somewhat the beginning of the episode and the end of
Yeah.
the previous episode.
Yeah.
That's the only next thing that's going to happen is they're going to get raided and people are going to start getting shot. And
Yeah,
so,
and then fucking Space Kid
it's
Rock
just kind
got
of building
blasted,
up to that.
which
Well,
is
I
pretty-
did. I like the social commentary though that's going on outside of the sanctuary. That Jadzia is at the big socialite party.
Yeah.
That was the first episode, though.
Was that the first episode?
Yeah.
What
that was the first episode. Yeah, that was the first episode where she was hanging out with there was another one like that? I don't remember.
Yeah.
She's hanging out with the rich guy. They go to lots of parties.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Because they're so fucking rich.
And I guess he owned a network. Like, I didn't pick that up at first until he's like, oh, well, you can use my channel. What great ratings we'll get. And
I was really confused.
I didn't even know that was your job.
Yeah, because
I thought he was like a Bill Gates kind of guy or something.
Yeah, I thought he was like a government contractor dude, but I guess they just like, nobody's going to remember. Who cares?
And, can we talk about, these giant console computers that they have in 2024?
Yeah, that's something they did not foresee.
They can't, you know what, though? Who knows what's going to happen after Trump America, what's going to happen to technology?
I'm small TVs with big plastic boxes around them.
Who knows what'll happen?
I'm going to miss my MacBook Air. We have to get the TV computer combo in the living room now.
The desk-sized TV console.
Like I said, who knows what'll happen?
They were pretty close in the sanctuary cities. I think I'll grant them the mistake on the technology.
Yeah, they got the society right. The technology was a little bit of a swing and miss, but the society was pretty good.
Wink Martindale's predictions of the future were better. So
when did he make predictions of the future?
In 1966, 68?
I don't know if he made the prediction.
Philco Ford made the predictions, and he was have you not seen the Wink Martindale's future?
No.
And they predict.
I thought he was just a game show host.
No, he was an actor, and he's in this Ford promotional video back in 1968 or 66 or something, and it was life in 1999 or something like this.
Yeah.
Or, and they predict like online shopping. This was around the internet a lot a couple of years ago.
Really?
But
I have to look for that.
they predict online shopping. The wife is like going through, choosing the things that she wants. And then, of course, father gets the bills. So
yeah, that was the best part, is that like all this stuff that they're predicting for the future for technology, but then it's still the wife is doing all the shopping, and the guy's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she spent all my money."
Yeah.
You dumb whore.
So they were the reverse of DS9. They got the technology more accurate
with his dick,
but they had the society was wrong.
Interesting.
Well, why would the patriarchy ever end?
It probably never will.
I don't know, man. Just a bunch of broads got upset about something. I don't know.
Ow. Ow.
A bunch of mouthy broads. Jeez.
All right, so what do you guys want to rate this episode then? I'll let Dennis. You go first, Dennis.
I give it a 6. It's still pretty good.
Ben?
I gave last week a 7.5, I think, right? So this was a 7.
Okay, Jenny?
I'm going to agree. Yeah, I think it lost a little bit of steam from the first one. So
yeah, I'm gonna say a 6 too. Wasn't terrible.
6.2.
Yeah, 6.2. 6.2. Can we do that? Is that a thing?
Why not?
I mean, what the fuck? It's our podcast.
Deep Space 6.2.
You don't like our fucking ratings? You know what? Start your own fucking podcast and start ripping us off like everybody else does. You dicks.
Don't start any more
you
podcasts.
Two dicks.
The internet is full of podcasts. We don't need any more.
Yeah, have we hit peak podcast leveling? I thought that was a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, we're well past it. You jumped the shark.
What I do like though is having fresh ingredients delivered right to my door.
The hell you say?
You know what else I like? Having super sexy, glossy lips, Jenny. Why don't you tell them all about it?
Oh, this is the fabulous lip sense. It's a 4 to 18 hour lip color that
doesn't come off.
You know
what? That's a really nice color.
Yeah, what color are you wearing?
I like that. New one. It's called Glam Doll.
Glam Doll, huh? It looks more like a mocha, like a.
Yeah, it's like a dark brownish red.
It's really a little more subdued than some of the other colors are more bright and kind of in your face.
Yeah, usually
in your face, like Poochie.
Yes. This is our Poochie line.
You know, I'm going to watch that episode. I got to tell you that I really like that color. I think it looks really nice, Jenny.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And if anybody would like to buy some from your old lady for Christmas.
For your woman.
Message me on Facebook at Oral
the
Fixation
old battle
Lips.
axe.
Hey, woman, listen here. What I got to do to get me some of that lip sense, baby?
Yeah.
Why don't you bring your pillows up my pop night? I'll give you a few fucking containers. So there you go. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with more Dork Trek loveliness. And Yeah, fucking future trash. Shit was scary, man. I just couldn't go. It was too much. Too much. And now I'm gonna go watch Poochie to cleanse my palate. All right.